Sanibonani guys, welcome back to yet another video, and we are speaking about the latest or the first episode of the latest season of Mnakwethu, Happily Ever After. And listen, Ukondanisa is back, you guys. Utulasi is back. There's a new guy called Usandiso, which if you watched Mnakwethu, you probably know him. And guys, my only question is Ntate Mphahlele ukai? Because I expected to see Ntate Mphahlele ne drama yakhe. But no, on one of the trailers, guys, I think I saw Ntate Mphahlele as one of his wives. So I think they are maybe in episode 2 or episode 3, they're going to introduce him coming into the story or something like that. Because I remember seeing the first wife. Or maybe I was mistaken, guys. Maybe I get caught, but I'm kind of saddened because those wives brought the drama, although at least the one wife. So guys, this episode opens up with Utulasim. And I don't know whether I should say I'm afraid or I'm happy to announce that Yena, Benomam Shongo, Uzinhle Mshongo, they are still together. Listen, I didn't see these two still being together. In all honesty, I just feel like the fact that Utulas is still with Umam Shongo. I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like he's doing her a favor. Because I'm just like, I don't see which man would stay with a woman like this. Yes, she's beautiful, guys, but in Klamba, the words that come out of that woman's mouth, yes, sis, that woman will break you into pieces within the lelo yakim. So anyway, remember in last season, guys, we saw Ututulas, he did buy a car wash, but she was having an opening at car wash, which did not end well, and she ended up swearing at Utulasi and his family and whatnot. So that's why I thought Uti Vela, it did not end well. But Ukel Uti, they made amends, Walungam, and Ukai paid Lobola. Guys, I did not see that coming. Utulas paid Unobono for Umamhlongo. I just thought he's going to continue making her a girlfriend up until she learns to have some respect. I get Kandu girl Megal Kazu Daba, who girl says that she is pregnant and he loboned her so that Umdenwaike doesn't talk too much, because obviously, you know, sometimes in your family, we know Mamhlongo Vele, her family didn't even want this relationship between her and Utulas because it's abusive. They lay hands on one another, basically. So she said Uguti Utulas decided to go and pay Ilobola so that when the family eventually finds out that she's pregnant, there mustn't be too much talks because then they're not fond of the relationship. So anyway, this episode we see Utulasi goes and see Umamhlongo, and apparently he's been back in town for 5 days. Now let me play out the scenario, you guys. This guy's been back for 5 days. Umamhlongo wants to make a big deal. She's like, hey, Bo, you've been back for 5 days and you haven't seen me. And I'm just like, girl, I can. Angazi, but the thing is, Umamhlongo, Angazi, when we saw her in other episodes, I think it was her aunt or something like that. Wamihala kahle. And I'm just like, this, like, I know it might have been a big deal that he was that he was back for 5 days and he has not seen her, but I'm just like, he's there now. Like, why do you want to make a fight or create a fight? Umuntu estanda ungena. Hey, come on. So anyway, abuzeke uMamhlongo ukuthi uMashozi ukuphi. You know, I think ngibuza ukuthi uMashozi ukuphi, and Utulas goes on to respond ukuthi hayi Mashozi ukhona. So she is now jumping into conclusion. UMamhlongo ukuthi kusho ukuthi Utulas mekebuye, he's been back for 5 days. Kusho ukuthi like he's been with uMashozi and whatnot. But UMamhlongo goes on to say ukuthi yena noMashozi abazwani. And obviously from get-go, guys, abazwani, there's no way those two women are gonna get along because uMashozi believes and has a mindset ukuthi she is above Umamhlongo. She feels like she's better than her in all ways. And Umamhlongo, she's got these bullying type of tendencies, and like when it's drama, I feel like she's got this, she's toxic in a way. So anyway, guys, Now she wants to drama yokuthi like you went to and see another woman before you came and see me. I'm sure now shala kona Dulasi, like you have a woman a woman who you staying with, because last time I checked it, there was a woman, the woman that was washela, pegela. So, but anyway, that's none of my business because I used to get hurt, but those things got a manje. And senandaba with what you're doing with your life. You can do whatever you want, and I won't be bothered. No, my yini yam. Basically, she says she's reached a point where she doesn't care. And I'm like, you're lying. Because if you've reached a point where you don't care, why are you even creating a fight over the fact that he's been back for 5 days? That means uneskwele, useneskwele, girl, and you do care at this point. Anyway, girl goes on to say, which one day she woke up and she was bleeding, and Umganake took her to the hospital only to find out, guys, that she had a miscarriage. Now, the bizarre thing is that she goes on to say, which whether udulas uyazi agazi, she doesn't think ukuthi le ndaba izomafetha to that degree. So Dulas doesn't know that Ugel had a miscarriage. I'm like, girl, did you just trap the one and almighty Dulas into marriage? Because Ugel's no longer pregnant. She has not told Utulasi. She is married. I feel like at this point, angithi emazulwini, in the Zulu tribe, KwaZulu, they don't believe in divorce, the most of them, guys. So I don't see Utulas putting her away. So Ugel is secured usemshadweni. But the thing is, she's got this mentality that I foresee both of them cheating here. I foresee Uzinhle going out and cheating and doing whatever, because she is just not like a girl for Istembu, guys. This Kwele Sake is too much, and she should accept Uti. This is not for her. But anyway, she is married now. We see Ukondanisa, guys, and Ukondanisa is he's back. And when his scene enters, he explains which the previous season he had 3 wives, and the one Umazwite, she left, the young girl, she left. So the only 2 people that are kinda left, not Wuti like they are with him, but he is still married to them. Wasintu is Samantha and Umamthulu. So Kondalisa, he's sitting with these boys, with his brothers, okay, and the Abakazeluguti, that basically he wants to gather everything that's his, so he wants to have a conversation with Samantha and Umamthulu to bring them back. In his diary sessions, basically, he says, an evil spirit or a demon that is trying to ruin imizamo yakhe. Ngathi Kondanisa, no, abnamoya omdala lana uwe, idemoni kahle kahle who's trying to ruin these women's lives. So anyway, he believes ukuthi this demon is the one that's making his marriages not work, or his tembusai cannot work. So he's speaking with his brothers, telling them about his plan, which he wants to take them back. In his diary session, he does say ukuthi Mamthunu, she likes fighting nabo mamncane. Ngithi nabo mamncane abangakhi bhuti, because anyway, because I know Mamthunu gets along very well with Samantha. So Mamthunu, she likes fighting nabo mamncane, and then Meraketa, she comes back and she fights him about her wifely duties. Then anyway, Ukwandanisa goes on to say ukuthi Mamthunu phela, she left, guys. She got imithwalo yakhe and she went home, and Ukwandanisa is telling his brothers ukuthi what he didn't like is that the family Mamthunu, when they saw their daughter home, they did not even come to his family bazobiga or say anything. Like, they just kept quiet. Kusho ukuthi bayithandile lento ukuthi uMamthunu is back. I also find that wrong, guys. Your daughter can't come back home and you guys don't set up a meeting to, I don't know, do or say something. Or maybe remember Abo Mamthunu, they are coming from kingship, you guys. from ebukhosini. So maybe they feel like they can't belittle or take themselves that down. So maybe they're waiting for kind of Ondanisa's family to come. But I want to believe that these people, they know bayawazi amasiko, and there should be one family that's initiating this first, which I'm not sure if it's uMamthunu's family or Ondanisa's family. Anyway, uKondanisa goes on to say uSamantha akanankinga naye. He wants to take and bring back uSamantha, kodwa he is not going to accept that child. That child is not welcome. It's again like Ibu. Imagine the disrespect of a man basically telling, at this point, I'm like, uKondanisa thinks he's this guy and he puts himself on this pedestal. But I feel like both women have showed you flames. Samantha went to go and have a man with another child, and you still want her back. So who's the joke? Bese bathi abantu ukuthi hey amadoda they won't forgive cheating. Hey, they forgive cheating. The most of them forgive cheating, but they just keep it under wraps. They keep it in secret. So who's the joke? Then uMamkhulu naye, guys, akasazingeni. She took her things, and I feel like to a certain extent, guys, the person who gave uMamkhulu the braveness to be who she is now and how she doesn't stand to Kondanisa's nonsense is uSamantha. Because when we first met uMamkhulu, she was not like this. She was like, my man, my man, my man in Ini. And now, guys, she is singing a different song. So anyway, uKondamisa says ukuthi he is going to fight to bring his wives back. But my question is he fighting for them to come back because he loves them, or because when Zelisiku Saike, he's doing it because of his ego or because of his reputation? Because I mean, people are going to say you had 3 wives and you couldn't even keep not even one. At this point, for me, it looks like he's just doing it for his reputation. Then, guys, uSandiso and uPhindile, which is the new couple, uSandiso and uPhindile, guys, they are in a relationship and they married and they are young. Manju Mamncane goes and have a child with uSandiso, whereas uMamkhulu benoSandiso abanangani. So do you understand the jealousy dynamic that is going on with the fact that uMamncane unengane and uMamkhulu akanayo? Already nje, even if kungalingwiswa izinto, it's going to seem somehow because uMamncane got a child, so which means that child anyway. So anyway, uPhindile goes on to say ukuthi i-relationship yabo is not going well because uSandiso, he wants to be in a relationship ne-community. So she explains it ukuthi when she's explaining, when she says that uSandiso basically must choose between the community and her, she is calling uMamncane nengane yakhe community because badili. I'm like, that's just disrespectful. uMamkhulu it looks like she's jealous over the child because she doesn't even speak well of the child. I'm just like, this woman. That time, if you're like, guys, that look that she has, this woman, she seems dangerous. So anyway, uMamkhulu goes on to say, like, he's embarrassed me. He continues to embarrassing me by wanting me. I'm like, at this point, she needs to accept, this is what this man wants, or leave. Because now, at this point, she's busy arguing with him and she's like, sobona-ke. Indoda is basically saying ukuthi ngizomthatha uMamncane. She's like, sobona-ke. Girl, like, even if lo Mamncane akahamba, there'll be another woman. So you choose your fate, basically. Anyway, guy says ukuthi ugeli, when they're having a conversation on the balcony, ugeli says ukuthi, how can you have ingane ngaphandle? Whereas Tina besiplanile ukuthi we're not having children now, so Linda in and whatnot. And you know, honestly, that is the best decision she made for herself. In all honesty, the best thing would be for her to leave this relationship. Kusese early, you guys. But anyway, Ukai Maraitaza said, no, you the one, Oplane Uiwan, that said you want to wait for kids and Navumamin. Ukai goes on to say in his diary session, which angazuti, if this whole thing, your planner, if Uvigalangayo, if she is just trying to hide behind this thing of us planning, Otolutuken Adananzano. Yo, that is Bindi to even say that. Okay, when she's having the conversation, she goes on to say, there's an abnam fazong nanzan, you do what you need to do to get a baby. I don't know, but at this point, I am starting to feel the vibes of what the guy is saying, that maybe ukelim either, because I feel like if she loves herself that much that she's saying, I'm not giving this man a child, then she would have left and said, you know what, I don't want to give a man a child up until one or two or three is set. So I'm going to leave this relationship. Let me go and find another man. So I feel like the fact that she hasn't even given the guy a child till now, that possibly means Witty, either she's having problems with that and she just doesn't want to accept it, or maybe she's getting help. Because I feel like if you that dununu that your guy is gonna stay with you, give him the child that he says he wants. So that's that, you guys. I guys, we see Umam Tony is with her brother. She is at some plot. No, Putwake. Umam Tony says currently she is living Ulendawa and said they were staying at, but she makes it clear that listen, ukhokhela mina, I'm the one paying for the rent. She goes on to say ukuthi kunendawo ebizwa ngezonke ukuthi wakhile laphayana umuzi. And then Epamriji, she has bought a land basically to build a house from scratch. She goes on to say ukuthi futhi ngino-Uber osebenzayo osebenza kahle. So nje yena usethi-ke makungena imali nje ebhenki account ujabula kabi. Ngathi yes, Mamthunu got her ducks in a row, you guys. She goes on to say that everything that she has, the land that she's building, she puts everything ama assets wakhe, guys, she puts it underneath her brother's name because she doesn't want Kwandanisa coming same because ukhokhela ilobola hey umuzi wakhe whatnot. She doesn't want anything to affect her brother, her child's assets. It makes sense, and I think that's very wise. But my question is, if the brother could get married, will the wife not also be fighting over these things which are in her husband's name? So she needs to be a little careful there, or she could have got a prenup or something, guys. But to put it in a family member's name, uyabaza ukuthi yena she could kick the bucket and say ukuthi her children are set kanti kodwa kibo. Anyway, uGeli, she did not tell uKondanisa anything. Uthi she bought land ukuthi uthenge umuzi. She's like, she sees no need to tell uKondanisa. She's having a conversation with her brother, which uKondanisa wants to meet up with her, and she's like, kahle Lindoda, what has he done for me in life? Ubuya na nuphethe esandleni, because he can't just come back and do nothing in my life. Like, if he really is serious in taking me back, he needs to buy me a farm. Well, good luck with that, because Ukondanisa still looks dead broke, you guys. Then we see Utulasi and Umashozi looking beautiful there. Utulasi is like, she's still respectful. And Ukeli Umashozi she hears from Utulasi Utipela. Utulasi saying Pela Gimkipele. I took out inkomo eziwu-3 because umamhlongo umithi because she's pregnant. Umashozi is like waze wajabula ke ugirl because ilobola nje is not something encane, like a person shouldn't take lobola out for a girl nje kanjalo. But anyway, Utulas, guys, he has been honest ukuthi uyawusebenzisa umuthi because uMamhlongo has been saying she's going to leave. No Mashozi says ukuthi Utulas akayekeki. He's been open ukuthi he is usebenzisa imithi yakhe to keep his woman. So I think he needs to speak to Kondanisa to help Kondanisa because ayibandla uyahluleka. So anyway, yeah, Umashozi, she is still fine with her man. We saw her there even bowing down, giving her man food. She is basically, in her head, she is number one and you can see it. Girl, I feel like she is a good fit for Istanbul, but I don't trust that girl. There's something about Umashozi engingayithembi, guys. Like, there's just something that I can't put together. Anyway, lastly, uSandiso beno mamncane wakhe. Her name is Unonjabulo Hadebe. Basically, she says when she met uSandiso, she did not know. She thought Wuti she's the only one. She did not know that he had a wife up until she was 4 months pregnant. Now uSandiso's meeting up with her to tell her Wuti phela bengizokutshela ukuthi umamkhulu angimtshelanga ukuthi nayikhiphe inhlawulo for ingane yethu. Ibo. So Ukel is like, Ukel is not happy. Mind you, Ukel, guys, she's in her early 20s. I'm like, ufunan lanesten bin. Worse would he, like, Ukel was says Soweto. Like, udlalwa njani when you're coming from Soweto? Like, really? Anyway, usandisa mchazele ke, and she's not happy about it because she's like, I thought you said you tell your wife everything. Manje uzongenisa enkingeni ngathi like I'm the one who's, So anyway, she goes on to say ukuthi like umtshelile futhi like umamkhulu ukuthi wena phela he asked for her hand in marriage from her family. He did not tell Umamkulu none of that. Umamkulu, I don't understand. That's how I'm saying she doesn't have a child with him. She is beautiful like Yina Ngil. Yes, guys, it's difficult to get in daughter. And that's going to like love you and be committed to you like that. But listen, guys. Anyway, Ugelige says ukuthi she did not even know ukuthi she had to go emakhaya, ayohlala emakhaya, and she feels like it's going to be a hard change of environment. I was just like, Aibo, kanti when you guys brought Ubselebo, did not usandisa say ukuthi ngani umakoti kini. Manje, when you come in to say what you do not know njani can because you guys told him Wuti, that's the reason why buyongenwa or that's why wena kumele ungene. Ay guys, amanga abantu. Lastly, we see ke ulokhuzana uKondanisa decides to go and see decides to go and see umamthunu. There lapha barenta khona and umamthunu basically tells him to not get in, to stand by the gate. So basically, guys, they're talking from the gates. Listen, umamthunu, it looks like akafuni nexi wokondanisa, but there's just something about me. I'm not convinced because I feel like if she was really done with this guy, I feel like she would have sent her family to go and make things official. But she does give me the vibes of a wife that will stay married but is living a different life from you. Like, it's fine. Like, yes, like, iti or gibo or like at home, they know what's shatile, but I'm living a separate life and it's fine. Pinelinganzam. But her and Samantha are still very much good and it looks like they are still going to take Kondaniso for a ride. Anyway, guys, that's the recap of Mnakwethu Happily Ever After. Tell me your thoughts on it. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do like the video. Yes, please do subscribe if you haven't. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you guys on the next one.